All right, quick question. Have you ever looked at your bank balance and thought, why does it feel like I'm always behind, even when I'm trying? Because I used to think being broke was just about not earning enough. Like, once I make more money, this stress disappears. But the truth hit me way harder than that. What actually kept me broke wasn't income. It was how I was thinking, reacting, and living day to day. And nobody really talks about this part. So, let's talk about it. Here's the uncomfortable thing I noticed. People who stay broke don't usually do one big thing wrong. They do a bunch of small things differently. Quiet things, daily things. And those things slowly drain your brain, your energy, and your money. I did almost all of them. First one. Broke people live in constant reaction mode. Something pops up, they react. A bill, a message, a deadline, a craving. There's no pause, no space to think. I was always responding to life instead of directing it. And when your brain is always reacting, it never plans. It never zooms out. It never asks, is this smart long term? That's not a discipline issue. That's a brain capacity issue. A reactive brain is a tired brain. Here's another one nobody likes to admit. Broke people overuse willpower. They tell themselves things like, I just need more self-control. I need to be stronger. I'll try harder tomorrow. I used to do that all the time. But willpower is expensive. When you rely on it for everything, saving, studying, resisting impulse buys, staying focused, your brain burns out fast. And when your brain is tired, it looks for relief. Relief usually costs money. Food, subscriptions, random purchases, convenience spending. Not because you're irresponsible, because your brain wants comfort. Here's a big one. Broke people confuse being busy with making progress. I was always doing something. Classes, work, side tasks, scrolling just to relax. But none of it felt intentional. My brain was full, but my life wasn't moving forward. Busy brains feel productive, but they leak money. Late fees, missed opportunities, rushed decisions. A calm brain actually saves more without trying. Another pattern I noticed, broke people avoid systems. Not because they're lazy, but because systems feel boring. So they keep everything in their head. Bills, deadlines, plans, to-do lists. That constant mental load shrinks your functional brain volume. And when your brain volume is small, everything feels harder than it needs to be. Studying takes longer, focus disappears faster, decisions feel overwhelming. So you choose the easiest option, the fastest option, the I'll deal with it later option. That's expensive. Here's one that hit me personally. Broke people delay rest. They think rest is a reward, something you earn after you fix your life. I used to say things like, I'll sleep once I'm caught up. I'll relax after this week. But there was always another week. A sleep-deprived brain can't grow. It can't plan. It can't delay gratification. That's why burnout and money stress usually show up together. When your brain is exhausted, your future stops mattering. Let me tell you something important. None of this means you're broken. It means your brain is overloaded. And overloaded brains make short-term decisions. That's the real pattern. Here's where things started changing for me. I stopped asking, how do I make more money? And started asking, what is shrinking my brain capacity every day? That question changed everything, because money grows best in a calm mind. Let's flip this around. Here's what people who escape being broke do differently. First, they protect their mental energy like it's money, because it is. They don't stack everything into one day. They don't overload their schedule. They create space to think, even small space, and that space grows brain volume. Second, they reduce decisions. They automate what they can. Saving, bills, routines. Not because they're lazy, but because every decision you remove gives your brain more room to focus. More room means better judgment. Better judgment saves money. Third, they stop using spending as emotional recovery. This one's hard.
A lot of broke spending isn't about wanting things, it's about wanting relief from stress, from school pressure, from feeling behind. When you fix the stress, the spending calms down naturally. Fourth, they invest in things that reduce friction. Not luxury, not flexing, things that make life smoother. Better sleep, better food, better systems, better skills. Those things expand your brain's capacity to handle life. That's how real growth happens. If you're a student hearing this, listen closely. Being broke doesn't mean you're failing. It usually means your brain is doing too much with too little space. A calm brain learns faster. Focus lasts longer. Impulse control improves. That's neuroscience, not motivation talk. I used to think rich people were just more disciplined. Now I see it differently. They're less chaotic. They don't fight their brain all day. They design around it. So let's make this practical. Here are 3 small shifts you can try. First, audit your energy, not just your money. Notice when you overspend. Is it after long days, late nights, stressful weeks? That's data. Second, remove one daily decision. Just one. Automate it. Simplify it. Schedule it. Watch how much lighter your brain feels. Third, create one calm zone. Your desk, your room, your evening routine. One place where your brain doesn't have to defend itself. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. Being broke isn't just a money problem, it's a brain capacity problem. And the good news, brain volume can grow. With rest, with structure, with less chaos. Broke people often live in reaction mode, rely on willpower, stay busy without direction, avoid systems, delay rest. People who break free protect energy, reduce decisions, build simple systems, create calm, and think long-term. So here's your challenge. Tonight, do one thing that gives your brain space. Sleep earlier, automate one task, clear one surface, say no to one unnecessary thing. You don't need to hustle harder, you need clarity. Let's build that and let everything else follow.